It will get better. Will being the key word in that sentence. Will get better. A lot of people say it has to get better. It can get better. It will get better by your will, your willpower, and the will of the Most High combined together. It will get better for you. When you start something, you have this clear vision, and there's all this excitement, there's all this joy that comes with it. There's even an abundant feel of peace that comes along with when you start something. Most times, especially if it's something that you see like a beautiful outcome from it, you know. In the case of like starting a business or something like that, something along those lines, something that you start like or a weight loss journey or something like that. We'll use those two examples unless I think of a couple of more along the way of this video. But so you start something with all this excitement and all this joy and all this peace and all this strength and all the good things that come with starting something. Of course, there's always highs and there's lows. Some that you kind of prepare yourself for in your mind, and then some you just can't prepare for because you have no idea. You can't see the future. And furthermore, this is probably something that you've never done before in your whole entire life. So you have no idea what you're going to feel like some days and what you're going to want some days, what you're going to experience, and how that's going to trigger something, how that's going to change something, how that's going to, you never know. And I'm not just speaking from the so-called negative aspects of this. I'm speaking also of the positive things too. There's some things that are so beautiful ahead of you that you haven't even imagined because, again, you haven't been through this experience before. You haven't done this before. So when you get to these highs, when you get to these lows, treat them the same. Treat them the very same. Because they're not none of this is happening to you. It's happening for you. I've said that before, especially when it pertains to things that hurt you or discourage you or make you feel a certain sense of sadness or whatnot. A lot of these things are happening for you. The highs and the lows, the positives and the negatives as well. We'll save the best for last because I know that the challenging parts of this journey are the hard, they're the most difficult to swallow, the most difficult to process, and the most difficult to go through, of course. So we'll deal with that first, and then we'll talk about the positive parts, the highs of this journey. So I'm gonna just speak based off of how I've felt along my journey throughout all of this, I've gone through some things. I always go through anything with the most optimistic, uplifting, positive vibe that I can attain in that moment. I do that for myself and everybody that I come in contact with. Lift as I climb. So I do it for everybody. I don't just do it for me. First and foremost, it is for me because I'm living this life. I'm going through this experience. I want to do things for myself and have experiences for myself. But I'm a very sharing and caring person, so I like to share the good inside of me with everybody else. I wouldn't go as far as to say it for those who deserve it, because that's not my call. But for those who are meant to come in contact with me, I hope I'm able to share that to the utmost fullest with everybody that I come in contact with. Because even if it's a person that I do not too much care for, I hope that my contribution and what I've shared from inside of me will put something in them, instill something in them, and they can therefore go forward and be better to other people. And if I should come in contact with that person again, hopefully they'll be better for me as well. And even with that, it's an exchange. Hopefully they'll instill something in me that I can, when I return to them, if I return to them, will be better. So not trying to keep on going off track and off subject or anything. So we're talking about the most challenging parts of the journey when you start something that you're excited about and that you love. So these things, as I was saying, I go through it with the most optimistic vibe that I could possibly have. And when I get hit with something, I was sparring with a friend one day, a good friend of mine. We were sparring, literally like sparring, headgear, gloves, all of that, and during this particular sparring session, he was getting some good blows in, some good ones. I mean, one of them, he got me so good, it knocked my balance off. I was kind of like, but then like the fight in me is like, get right back into it. And I kept doing that to him. It got to the point to where he got worn out. He got tired. And he couldn't believe that even though he was getting some good hits on me, that every time he turned around or every time he collected himself, I was, boom, right there. I use that illustration in comparison to how I navigate and how I go through the things that I go through in this spiritual journey, this mental journey, this physical journey, all of it simultaneously. So how I go through it is, I'll get hit with something, I can take some blows, and I'll take it and I'll be like, okay, but you're still not going to take my joy, but you still ain't going to take my faith. You're still not going to take the positivity out of me. You're still not going to stop me from putting love out here, from putting joy out here, from putting peace out here. You're not going to stop me from being the example that people need. You're not going to stop me from being the hope that people need. You're not going to stop me from doing any of those things. But it has felt like, even when I do that, even when I come right back, like, yeah, come on, I'm still here. You hit me, you almost knocked me out, but boom, I'm right here. Even with that vibe in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual journey, I have been made to feel like, okay, you can take that, I'm just gonna keep on knocking your ass out. I'm gonna keep on popping your ass. And there ain't no help for you. This is what I feel like the enemy is saying to me, the evil entities of this world who have their job to do, which is to discourage, to take away, to steal, kill, and destroy. Complete opposite of what I'm here to do. They're mocking me, and they're mocking the Most High as they're knocking me down. Ain't nobody helping you. Look what's allowed to be happening to you. Where's that power? Where's the skill at? How come you can't knock me down? How come you can't fight me? How come you are not winning? Yeah, that's how I've been made to feel very, very recently. And that can put you in a very, very, very difficult state of mind. A very sad place and spiritually. Because you wonder, why is this being allowed to happen to me? If what I'm doing is so good and so mighty and so of the Most High and putting out all these good, then why aren't I provided for the things that I need to keep this going, to take this to the next level? Either I'm bugging and I've had this wrong the whole time, or it is like the so-called cliche, everything happens for a reason. It gets worse before it gets better. All those things that you hear and it doesn't really make you feel better when you hear them. We call them cliches, but a cliche had to start from some kind of truth. And that's what you have to remember about these cliches. They might be something that people say commonly and all the time, but you have to apply it to your situation. What does it mean for you? So you take these blows. I've taken these blows like over and over and over again, you know? And somehow I always find my reason, or remember my reason to keep fighting. I never forget, but it's sometimes you get so distracted I've gotten so distracted by things, and it's caused me to somehow feel like I have forgotten why I'm doing what I'm doing. And in the moment of frustration, I can feel like I'm ready to just toss it and let it all go and find another struggle, or settle for another struggle. Because no matter what you do, you're going to struggle with something. But then I remembered my why, my reason for why I do what I do. It's not just about me. It's not just about me. Aside from the fact that I have 3 children that completely depend on me, I started this also first and foremost for myself, because I have goals, I have dreams, I have things that I want to attain. And on top of that, I want to share that with the world, because I have so much inside of me that only I see. You know what I'm saying? Another individual might see it, but they won't see it the way that I do, because I am me and they are them. You are you and I am me. Sometimes we could be looking at the exact same thing, but see something completely different. Now, there are some people that we see things, the exact same thing, and we have a lot of similarities in what we see, but we don't see it the exact same way. Nobody sees anything the exact same way. It's very similarly. So I want to share what's inside of me uniquely from me, that's been gifted to me, entrusted to me from the Most High. I want to share that with the world. So there are some so-called selfish reasons as to why I want to succeed and elevate and attain certain things. There are, because I'm here to have fun and enjoy myself, just like anybody else that wants the same thing. But I'm also here to restore, to uplift, to build, to encourage, to show a new way, a new light. And I do that through the choices that I've made in my personal life. In my personal life, My life is the story, is the example, is the light. It is the joy, it is the peace, it is the love that people need in this world right now, right here, today. I'm not putting myself above any or anything or anybody. I'm just stating what I know to be true about my journey. Because when I come in contact with people, the response from them has shown me that that's what my life is, my journey, my choices, my experiences. And what I choose to share with people brings about that result. So when you make contact with me, you're automatically getting all the things, most of the things that this world needs to vibrate higher. Because right now it's a lot of people vibrating at a very low vibration. So I've come in contact with you to help you to vibrate to the highest potential, to the highest fulfillment of your soul, so that you may also be better for anyone else you come in contact with. During this process of me feeling hopeless and sad and discouraged and feeling like I've been wasting my time or doing this for nothing, while taking blow after blow, there has been some very beautiful installments along the way. Blessings. People would say they're the small things, but these small things have been so big to me, there's a guy that made me realize something, and I'm just using this one example because there are quite a few people in my life who make me feel like this. But this particular experience, this particular moment, I was, I had requested services of a guy that I always used to mount my TVs, and he's become a very good friend of mine as well. But he gave me a price for mounting the TVs because I moved to a new location further out, so it was going to be more than it normally is. So he came, he did it. We had great conversation like we always do, very uplifting, very encouraging, and so we went to the ATM so I can get him his money after he did his excellent service as always. And before we pulled off, he was like, "Hey man, how much did I tell you before?" And I told him, and he said, "No, let's do this much." He had cut like a really big chunk of money off of that, And so we get to the gas station, I go to the ATM, and I get out a little extra because I'm like, I'm gonna tip him, I mean, that's the least I could do. So I give it to him. He counts the money. He's like, "What's this for?" The extra that I put in there. And I said, "Oh, just a tip, man. Just a token of appreciation." Refused to take it. Took it, gave it back to me. He said, "I don't need that." I was like, "Man, are you sure?" He's like, "Come on, bro." In that moment, because of everything that I was dealing with and I was going through in that moment, it hit me that some people are reminders to you or teachings to you that the Most High is listening to you. The Most High knows who you are, what you're going through, and it's connecting you with people to show you that you're not alone. You're not alone. Never alone. No matter how alone you may feel, you're not alone. There's one of my favorite songs is Fantasy by Earth, Wind, and Fire. And there's a line where it says, "You will find other kind that has been in search of you." I love that line because there are so many people just like you have felt so different in this world, so unique in this world, so misunderstood in this world, and their heart and soul has been searching for like-minded people, people with similar hearts, similar souls, and those people are you and I. Those people here to contribute and make life better for people and themselves. Not low vibrational people, but high vibrational people. And that song, that line in that song reminds me every time I make contact with a person like my friend that I just spoke of, and other people that are in my life, new people that I come in contact with, and people that I just meet only one time in life and make such an incredible impression and create such an incredible memory that I'll never forget. You will find other kind that has been in search of you. You're not alone. Don't let anything or anybody convince you that you are alone. Right when you need it, you will get it. Whatever it is in that moment. It might just be something that causes you to keep going, just encourages you to just keep on pressing and going for what you want. Because it's not quite time yet to receive the so-called big blessing in all of this. I try not to refer to these installments as anything small because, like I said earlier, they've been very big to me. They've been very big to me. These little gifts and little small things that people will refer to them as, they've been very big to me because without them, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't have been able to get through the big challenges without these so-called small things that were big enough to get me through these big challenges in these particular moments. So just remember and focus on the fact that you're well taken care of. You've always been well taken care of. And everything is not going to be familiar to you. In order to get to a new place in life, you have to face something new. Something that you've never faced before. Something that you've never had to feel before, had to think about. All of that is because you're headed to a new place, a new level, a new life. Somewhere in that pit, find the excitement. Find the joy. It's not gonna, the joy that you felt in the beginning is going to change. Because as you grow, you change. So it's growth. There's new joy to feel. There's new love to feel. And that can only become from these experiences that are so painful and so fear triggering. You have to go through this pain. You have to get crushed, all of that. And it's easier said than done. When you're feeling good, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get crushed one day. I know I'm gonna have to go through this. I'm gonna have to. You Billy Badass, But when they actually start to happen, shit. No, this is not what I signed up for. That's how you feeling. Like, I didn't sign up for this bullshit right here. This right here, no, I didn't ask for all that. Yes, you did. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. When you started this journey, you signed up for all of that. Now you got to be careful not to inflict certain things on yourself and take yourself through some things that when you look back at it, you'll say that it's unnecessary. All of it is really and truly necessary, but you might look back at something and say that it was unnecessary because you'll feel like that at that point in your life you should have known better and you should have been better in that moment because of previous experiences that taught you better. But even if it is necessary, You want to be in a place where you remember and keep the knowledge at its peak that you know better than certain choices that you are tempted to make. You might be tempted to do something really stupid, but if you know better, do better. Don't fall into the weakness and be like, don't just be like, oh, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it. Well, I ain't got nothing else to lose. No, don't do that to yourself. You deserve better than that. The people in contact with you that are relying on you deserve better than that. Remain true to who you are, no matter how hard it is, and no matter how painful it is. And just, you probably already know this, but don't allow yourself to be so distracted that you feel like you have forgotten the fact that all of this is happening for you. For you. Has the Most High ever let you down? And when I say let you down, I don't mean like the parts where you trusted for a certain outcome and it didn't go your way. I'm talking about how did things ultimately turn out for you after all that went on in that journey, in that process. What happened after that? Were you let down then? Or did you become better? Did you become stronger? Did you become wiser? And did you find yourself in a better circumstance? Be honest with yourself and answer those questions. If the answer is still no, then you take that up with the Most High and you express yourself. Have that conversation, have that dialogue, let it out. And share it with people, other high vibrational people. Share it with them because they're going to do their part, because the Most High is operating through them as well. So they're going to do their part to snap you out of it and like, okay, I hear you cry, I hear you, but sis, look at here. Don't you forget who you are. Because let me remind you who you have been to me. And what I see in you that you cannot see for yourself right now. That's what other high vibrational people are going to do for you. And you have to be thankful for those people that you can always call on, that are always going to be there, even if it's just for a conversation. And for those in my life that provide that for me, you know who you are. I hope you know who you are. If not, at some point today, I pray that it's guided that I make that known to you today. Because y'all mean the world to me. So that's the part about the challenges. They're going to be so unexpected sometimes, some unknown, so foreign, and it's going to take you to some places that you've never been, some very dark and scary places. But you have a choice in all of it. You always have a choice. You even have the choice and the power to alter the outcome after you've done certain things in it that could have resulted in something deadly. In that moment when you choose, okay, I'm still going to focus on life. I'm still going to focus on health. I'm still going to focus on the fact that I've been kept this whole time. That's when the result starts to change. Because what you focus on will grow. You choose to focus on the scary, the sadness, the gloomy, then that's going to grow. And you might focus on it for a little while. You might be watering that for a little while, but always allow yourself to snap out of that and come to the place that you deserve, that you want to earn for yourself. And then all the blessings will start to flourish and grow again. because you're watering that. Watering it. Keep on watering that along the way, no matter what's going on around you. Don't let it change who you are on the inside. So water that no matter what. No matter what. No matter if the enemy is throwing it in your face. Look at me. I'm winning. I'm whipping your ass. I don't care how often that's happening. Don't focus on that, because that's what they want you to do. They need you to grow. The evil entities of this world need you in order to grow. If they don't have your focus, they don't have you watering them, they cannot grow. So they're going to come at you with everything that they can. You just be like, oh, okay, cool. Do your thing. You got your part, I got my part. I'm still going to water my flowers, my grass. Because one day it's going to grow into the biggest tree with the most potent fruit and leaves. And the roots of that tree is you. You're the strong root. So you're really watering yourself and watering you, so that the tree, the blessing itself, could be the biggest and greatest ever. So keep on watering. Take care of your health. Take care of your physical, your mental, and your spiritual health. Feed yourself the things that are going to help the positive grow. And starve yourself of those things that are very unhealthy for you. Unhealthy for you to watch, unhealthy for you to listen to, unhealthy for you to be around, unhealthy for you to eat. Starve that part of you so that that other part of you can grow into the strongest that it has ever been. Just keep that in mind. I hope I've made sense of that part about the challenges. That's why they're coming for you. They're gonna come for you, and they're not gonna stop coming for you. Why would they stop coming for you? You're one of the biggest threats to what they're trying to do. But you're the one who keeps on whipping they ass. You don't see the blows that you don't think that the blows that you're throwing are having an effect like the blows that they're throwing at you. They're having a very deeper effect. And you might not be able to see it, but it is happening. It is the truth. It is a fact. I learned that in that same sparring session with my friend that day. That same sparring session, I learned that very same thing, that the blows that I was throwing at him, they had a different effect on him. So just keep that in mind. You are winning. So let's talk about the blessings and all of this. The other side to the challenges, the fears, the distraught, the pain. Let's talk about that. Just like the challenges, there are blessings, there are gifts, there are some fulfillments in your life. Some you have an idea of, some you have absolutely no idea of. Have absolutely no idea of them, but they exist. They exist in your manifestations. They exist in your future. Because in that future, you're a person that you are not in this moment, because you haven't grown to that level. The blessings come with the growth and the maturity and the wisdom to handle them, to live them, and to share them. That one thing about life here and wherever we go after this, we don't stop growing. I don't believe that you ever stop growing. And with each level of growth, there's going to be new challenges. I know we're done talking about that, but they come with the blessings. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're going to be there. That's why I said they're not going to stop. But just as intense as those challenges are, the blessings and the gifts, the things that you're going to attain are so much more better and worth everything that you're going through. This is one thing that I've noticed, even when people talk about generational curses and generational wealth or blessings, I've noticed that whatever a person allows themselves to pass on to the next generation, whether it be blessings or curses, the curses are always worse than the previous generation. It gets stronger. It gets more. It comes with new territory. It comes with new manipulations, new shit that just wasn't there before. That's what happens. But when you pass on the generational blessings or generational wealth, it always gets better. It comes with new wisdom, new love, new peace, new joy, new stuff, new gifts that wasn't there before, or may have been there that people didn't know how to utilize it. People didn't know what to do with it, or people didn't even know it existed. That's what the blessings are going to be like in your life. Each level that you keep rising to. So keep on watering yourself. Keep on watering the root of that tree. The root of all your blessings. The root of your life. Keep on watering that, because you deserve to give yourself a chance to see what's next. You'll remember this time. You'll remember this time, and you'll look back and you'll remember how challenging it was. It might be something that you don't want to think about, and you don't, because you're scared of repeating it. That's how I am sometimes. I don't want to reflect on anything too much that was very challenging or very hard, because I'm sometimes I get scared that I'm giving it life and I'm bringing it back, but no, it's good not to sit up there and focus on it. But if you have to think about it sometimes as a reminder, let it serve for that benefit. Let it serve for that purpose, to remind you that you're loved, that you're well taken care of, and that you have nothing to fear. You've never had anything to fear. Give yourself a chance to get to that place of blessings. And when it comes, as it is coming, because it's happening right now, don't focus on the now. Enjoy the now. As it continues to come to you, enjoy it. Don't be in the habit of saying, okay, that good happened, so now something bad gotta happen. Like I said, the evil entities of this world are not gonna stop. They're gonna keep on coming for you. Okay, accept that. But just because something good happens don't mean you have to turn around and look forward to something bad happening. Don't look forward to it. Don't anticipate the blow. If you get hit, you get hit. But ain't nothing killed you. Nothing will kill you. You're too strong for that. Too powerful for that. So keep on going. Hold on to that knowledge that you've attained. Welcome new knowledge that is to be attained. Grow. Grow in peace. Grow in love. Grow in strength. Grow in wisdom. Grow in all the things and all the reasons why you started this journey. because that's why you're here. And do not forget to have the time of your life. I've had the time of my life, and I owe it all to you. Be able to sing that truthfully when you look in the mirror. Love.